Jungle warfare, monsoon rains, booby traps, guerrilla tactics. Welcome to Vietnam, a battlefield like no other. For the American soldiers deployed to this unforgiving land, survival hinged on every piece of equipment they carried. From the iconic rifles to the rudimentary survival gear, each item tells a story of adaptation, resilience, and the constant struggle against a harsh and unrelenting environment. First, we must consider the very fabric of survival, the uniform. For most American soldiers in Vietnam, this was the OG-107 jungle fatigue. More than just clothing, these fatigues were a soldier's first line of defense against the unforgiving environment. The OG-107's lightweight design allowed for greater breathability and faster drying times in the humid jungle air. Its olive drab color, carefully chosen for its camouflage properties, helped soldiers melt into the dense foliage. Large cargo pockets, secured with buttons, provided ample storage for ammunition, rations, and other essential gear. The OG-107's design was a testament to the harsh realities of jungle warfare, where mobility and adaptability were paramount. These fatigues, often faded and stained with sweat and mud, became a testament to the grueling conditions endured by the soldiers who wore them. The OG-107, in essence, became a second skin for the Vietnam soldier, a tangible link to their experiences in the humid, unforgiving jungles of Southeast Asia. Survival in the Vietnamese jungle demanded more than just camouflage and resilience. It required firepower. And for the American soldier, this came primarily in the form of the M16 rifle. The M16, with its lightweight design and fully automatic firing capability, represented a significant leap forward in military technology. Its smaller caliber, 5.56mm round, allowed soldiers to carry significantly more ammunition than previous generations. However, the M16 was not without its flaws. Early models in the humid jungle environment were prone to jamming. This led many soldiers to carry backup weapons, often the reliable M1911 pistol or even captured AK-47S. The dense jungle often rendered rifles ineffective, demanding more primitive tools for close-quarters combat. The machete, a simple yet brutally effective blade, became a ubiquitous tool for clearing paths through the dense undergrowth and, when the situation demanded, a close-quarters weapon. Imagine carrying the weight of a medium-sized dog on your back, day in and day out, through dense jungle, under a sweltering tropical sun. This was the reality for the average Vietnam soldier, laden with 60 to 80 pounds of gear. This burden of survival, meticulously packed and worn with an almost instinctive familiarity, contained everything a soldier needed to fight, eat, sleep, and survive in the hostile Vietnamese jungle. Ammunition, rations, water, medical supplies, and a myriad of other essential items filled every available pocket and pouch. The weight, distributed across a system of webbing and straps, was carefully calibrated to maximize mobility while still allowing access to vital equipment. Each item had its designated place, a testament to the importance of order and efficiency in the chaotic world of jungle warfare. The physical strain on the soldiers was immense, leading to exhaustion, back problems, and a host of other ailments. Yet, they carried on, driven by necessity and the knowledge that their very survival depended on the gear they carried. The Vietnam War was fought on two fronts, against the enemy and against the jungle itself. This unforgiving environment, a tangled labyrinth of dense foliage, oppressive heat, and torrential downpours, posed as much of a threat as any human adversary. To combat this unseen enemy, soldiers carried an array of survival gear, each item carefully chosen for its life-saving potential. Insect repellent, a necessity in a land teeming with mosquitoes carrying malaria and dengue fever, was as vital as any bullet or bandage. Water purification tablets, often the only barrier between a soldier and debilitating dysentery, were meticulously rationed and used with reverence. Simple acts like filling canteens from muddy streams became rituals of survival, a constant reminder of the fine line between health and debilitating illness. Even snakebite kits, rudimentary by today's standards, offered a glimmer of hope in a land where venomous snakes lurked in the shadows. These seemingly insignificant items, often overlooked in the grand narrative of war, played a crucial role in the daily struggle for survival. In the dense jungles of Vietnam, where visibility was often limited to a few meters, communication was more than just relaying orders, it was a lifeline. The ability to coordinate movements, call for support, or simply maintain contact with fellow soldiers could mean the difference between life and death. At the heart of this fragile communication network was the RTO, the radio telephone operator. These individuals carried the PRC-25 radio, a bulky 23-pound behemoth that became a symbol of both connection and vulnerability. The PRC-25, with its distinctive long antenna, could transmit messages over long distances, piercing the dense jungle canopy to connect isolated units with command posts and artillery support. For soldiers pinned down under enemy fire, the crackle of the RTO's radio, relaying coordinates for air support, was a sound more welcome than any other. However, this lifeline came at a price. The PRC-25's antenna, a beacon in the dense foliage, made the RTO a prime target for enemy snipers. Theirs was a dangerous duty, a constant balancing act between maintaining communication and avoiding detection. War, in all its brutal reality, is ultimately a human endeavor, and amidst the guns and ammunition, the survival gear and camouflage uniforms were glimpses of the human beings who carried them. Personal items, tucked away in pockets and pouches, offered solace and a connection to a life beyond the battlefield. Faded photographs of loved ones, wives and children, mothers and fathers, served as tangible reminders of what they were fighting for. These images, often worn thin from repeated handling, provided a flicker of warmth and connection in the cold reality of war. Small Bibles, testaments to faith and hope, offered solace and spiritual guidance in moments of doubt and despair. Letters from home, filled with news from loved ones and the mundane happenings of life back home, provided a vital link to the world they had left behind. Some carried harmonicas, their mournful tunes echoing through the jungle, providing a moment of respite from the constant tension. These seemingly insignificant items, imbued with personal meaning, transcended their material value.
Breaking news.
The gear Vietnam soldiers carried wasn't just for combat, it told a story of survival, of sacrifice, of soldiers thousands of miles from home, doing whatever it took to make it through. Each item, from the worn fatigues to the faded photographs, whispered tales of resilience, courage, and the enduring human spirit in the face of unimaginable adversity. These were not simply tools of war, but extensions of the individuals who carried them. Remember these stories, for they are the true legacy of the Vietnam War. If you found this video powerful, give it a like, subscribe for more military history, and let us know in the comments, what part of a soldier's gear stood out to you the most.